Manager, legal, you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna call the meeting to order, 7:03 p.m. We have a quorum, we have 5 of 7 members present.
Starting online.
Mr. Simmons, Mr. Sanchez Garcia, Mr. Gagnon, Mr. Perez, and myself. And we have Scott Monahan online virtually. Proof of notice, do we have proof of notice?
Yes. Proof of notice is provided on the website and the home website.
All right, thank you guys. All right, everybody, we're gonna pause our meeting to, we have a visitor today. She's a representative of Osceola County. She's coming to give us a quick update of the status of construction on Simpson Road. I know a lot of us been dealing with the traffic there, and hopefully we see some light at the end of this tunnel. Ms. Maria, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. This is gonna be a presentation of 15 minutes. And please interrupt me anytime if you have any questions. My name is Maria Durango, and I'm a consultant for Osceola County. I'm here to talk to you about the construction update. I'm sorry, let's see this guy's here. Yes. So, welcome to the third fastest growing county in the United States. So, Osceola County is the third county in the entire country that is growing so fast that right now they increased 45% of their population, and that is not going to slow down. In the last 10 years, Osceola County grew 100,000 people, and it's expected to grow 55% more by 2040. It means that in 15 years, it's going to grow 55%. It's something that we cannot stop, but the county and other transportation partners are working in the development of the roads to be prepared for this increasing population. So before I start to show you the project, we need to first understand how the construction project process is. So when the county in this case wants to or is preparing the board or to create a new road or to widen the road, they have to start with a master plan. In the master plan, the county identified the needs of the population and the development. After that is a stage that takes like a year to do, right? After that comes the concept study. In this stage, the county make a study about all the different options and concepts to create or to widen a road. The third one is the PD&E study, that is a project development and environment study, that in this stage they check or they view all the factors that are needed to create or to widen a road, considering the social, the economic, and the environment factors. This stage can take at least 2 years, and usually when a road is in the stage of planning, the county propose or do public meetings. In this public meetings where the people and the property owners and residents put their opinion in the project, in the planning of the project. Then it comes design, and in this stage that also takes like 2 years, is when all the little details and specifications of the project come real. They create they do the right of way, if they need land, if they need any details to proceed with the construction happen in this stage that is design. And then the final one is construction. Today, I'm going to talk to you about 5 projects that are currently in construction. And if you see like Each stage takes 1 year or 2 years, and construction can take from 2 years to 4 years. So the entire process is like 7 years. Oh, I don't know what is happening, sorry. That's, oh. So Osceola County, this map it shows the widening program, not only from Osceola County, but also the partners, the transportation partners that we are working. So there's also our partners, they are locals, our state partners, and also private. So for example, there is CFX, you see, the blue lanes are Osceola County road projects. The yellow one or orange are CFX projects. The ones that are pink, those are, I cannot see here. I'm pretty sure that those are FDOT projects. And the green one is the Turnpike Enterprise. So all these partners are working in the transportation development. Oh, I start with Corning Solomon Road. I thought I was going to start with Simpson, but the 5 projects that we are going to talk today is Corning Solomon Road, Neptune Road, Simpson Road, Poinciana Boulevard, and the last one is, I now forgot the last one, but they're 5. Well, Corning Solomon Road is currently under construction. They started in October 2023, and the estimated end date is fall 2026. The basic or characteristic about this project is to widen the road from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. So in this case, you see that they started in Neptune Road and it's going to finish in the Shore Boulevard. They already started the work, so if you go that area, you will see that they started different points of the Corning Solomon Road. They start on the intersection with Neptune, they're currently there, also at the intersection with the Turnpike. Okay, so then I have Neptune Road. Well, Neptune Road is the project that just started. It's going to start in February. I say just started because we had the launch, the pre-con a few days ago. They're going to start the project in February. And what they usually do is that they widen the road. Well, they work clearing the sides of the road. So the contractor, what they did is they clear the road, the vegetation first, then come the utilities to work, right? So we have an entire group of utilities. Toho, KUA, I'm sorry. There's also Spectrum, like all the utilities that you can think about, they are working, moving the utilities from the side of the road. That after that is when you are going to be able to see the real construction, because in order to not to stop the traffic, they are going to shift the traffic. So they are going to move the lane and the traffic and to start working at the side of the road. So Neptune has a kind of the same improvements. They are going to widen the road from 2 to 4. They are going to work on the bridges that are on top of the Turnpike. And it's estimated end date will be late 2025. Now we have Simpson Road, the one that we are going to talk about. Well, Simpson Road, at the beginning, when they were on the PE&E study, they divided the road in 4 parts or 5 parts. Now, what they did was, okay, let's divide it in 4, but let's start one. The first one was phase 1. If you see, I'm not close, but the one in purple goes from, you see, Osceola County to Boggy Creek, correct. So Boggy Creek to Osceola County. That part is almost done. It's estimated to finish at the end of this year. I'm saying almost because They started and they are in schedule, so they are working very good. And they already watered the road. One of their impacts was the pond that is here inside of their community, because they construct one of the storm pipes are going to finish in the pond here. The last update that I have about that project was that it was working perfectly. They are having no issues with the pond or with the water there or the pipe storm, the storm pipe. I apologize because English is not my first language, so sometimes I confuse the words. But that part that was Simpson Road Phase 1 is already like under construction, estimated end date late 2024. And now you will see that we have Simpson Road North, that is the one in orange, and Simpson Road South, that is the one in blue. And if you see in the middle, there is a green lane, that is the intersection with Fortune Road. That intersection was, the intersection and Simpson Road North and South are two different concepts with two different contractors, but they all are working together, following the same steps. The Simpson Road North, you see, it really goes from Myers Road to the north of Fortune Road. They are going to widen road from 2 to 4 lanes. And I'm saying Myers Road because almost at the end, at the connection with Osceola Parkway, they already have 4 lanes. They only have to do resurfacing that area. So you're really not going to feel the impact of construction in your community, but you're going to feel it if you live here and you take Simpson Road every day, right? Not only because of that, it's because you're going to have Simpson Road under construction, and at north you're going to have Boggy Creek under construction as well. So everything is kind of at the same time, and it's going to end almost at the same time. Any questions for Simpson Road there? So, the estimated end date, you see the blue one that is Simpson Road South is estimated late 2025, but Simpson Road North, the estimated end date is beginning 2027. So it's going to take more time because it's a long road. What else I may say here? They are currently, you see, they are currently working on the south, making some clearing of the vegetation, and then comes the utility work. And also important, they are going to include 2 traffic lights. One is the intersection with New Beginnings, that is just in front of ALCO, the Adult Learning Center, right there. So they're going to put a new traffic light there, and another traffic light will be in Country Lane, at the intersection with Country Lane. So that is other improvement. They are going to create 2 ponds. They are not in this map, but they are, one is just at north of Fortune Road. I think it's one, there's a small pond, but they already acquired the land to create this pond. I have here also this is the typical section. It's very basic, but it shows you how the road is going to look like. You're going to have 10-foot wide sidewalks at both sides of the road, with a median of 26-foot wide, to improve security and safety. They are going to be turn lanes, so it's not only this is the typical section of a piece of the road without turn lane, but it's going to have a third lane just to turn into the intersections.
What about bike lanes?
They're multi-use paths, so the 10-foot sidewalk is going to work for pedestrians and also bicyclists. We'll continue past Poinciana Boulevard. That was the one that I forgot. Poinciana Boulevard is one of the other projects that we are improving. They already started. The estimated end date will be fall 2026. They are going to widen the road, and this is a really good project for all the community in Louisiana because they have reduced access to the area. Then one, we have Buggy Creek, and as I mentioned before, you guys are gonna have construction north and south because Buggy Creek already started. And you see the connection there with Simpson Phase 1. So Buggy Creek is going to go from Simpson to Narcoossee. They already started. They're also cleaning the vegetation on the sides. They have issues on traffic because Buggy Creek has 3 big schools in their road. So that is important. Something important that you need to know that in the project, there's not going to be complete road closures, but they can have intermittent stops of the traffic. It means that they put a person doing planning operations just because they need to work sometimes in one lane of the road. So that is something that I wanted to share with you because sometimes people think like, what happens if you close the road? They're not going to close the entire road, but it's going to be slow when they have flagging operation or night work. Well, Buggy Creek, the estimated end date is winter 2026. As I mentioned, they already started. And well, it's going to connect the entire road from Simpson 182 to Narcoossee. So it's a really long and good project. Sorry about that. So as I mentioned before, there's other stages, right? PG&E. So these projects are currently under PG&E stage. There is Kenny Creek, Hickory Tree Road, Nova Road, Reeds Road, Tinker Road, and Sunbridge Road. I'm sorry, talking too fast. So it means like this project after PG&E, they're going to move to design and then they're going to move to construction. However, there's also projects under design. So these ones are just one step before construction. Buenaventura Boulevard, Tier 532, Jack Brack Road, Old Lake Wilson, and Marigold Avenue. These ones are the creation of roundabouts in this area. 3 1. So this is Sunbridge. It's a project that Osceola County is collaborating with the new developers of this area. So if you see Narcoossee is over here on the left, this idea of project or this collaboration is to relieve the traffic that is going to go to Narcoossee right now. And all that area that you see in like in yellow is under development. So all these roads are in planning, like to see if they are allowed to widen or to extend. This is the trail network of Osceola have it right now. You see the blue are all the roads that have trail. And this one is going how to look like with the new connections. Oh, I'm sorry. And this last slide is more to tell you to slow down, to be patient. That is something that is not going to come really fast. Oh, I'm sorry. I just can't talk more. To pay attention to the road, to the worker, because they're going to be a lot of workers on the road. And to reduce the speed and pay attention to the signs and detours. And the last is the construction alert. So I'm the responsible of the construction alert. And every Friday, so tomorrow I'm going to update that traffic alert. It's a website. If you can scan, I think, or in the flyer that I have here, you can have the link for the traffic alert. Every Friday, we update all the areas with the work and update. For example, Simpson Art is going to have stops, intermittent stops next week in the entire corridor. So there's something to keep in mind if you have to take the road. And that will be all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions?
Any questions?
Right.
Does your link only show traffic or does it show other results?
Only truck.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. My contact information is there. If you have any questions,
You're gonna provide us the slides too, so we'll upload the slides to the website and to the front steps and stuff so that everyone can have access.
I do the same, I put my painting, I am painting, the same thing, I know that it's.
You can't choose the packet during the meeting. It's not acceptable.
I know that
We gotta move on, guys. Excuse me? I would love to listen to that.
Send it as,
Huh?
so I can search HOA meeting or.
1460.
It's crazy exactly how well houses are doing. Possible.
Okay, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started, okay? We're gonna open the floor right now for any homeowners that wanna make any comments or have any questions regarding the agenda. We're talking about the agenda now. So if anybody has any questions or wanna make a comment, now's the time. Nope. Okay, we'll move on. We'll move on to acceptance of the minutes for the November 30th meeting. Has everybody had a chance to review them? Any discussion on the matter? I just think on the financial side here, do it either.
Yes.
On page 2, on the financial, C, you put that 100,000 of the 374 were received, and I think you meant that the 374 was the balance that was pending at the time, no?
What, you said
Does it-
page 3?
Yeah, page 3, no, page 2, letter C, top of the page.
Yeah, I have to, you mean for the special assessment, that's what you're referring to?
That's correct, sir.
So the special assessment balance here, it says what was owed is 326.81, and what was paid is the 354,673.12.
Correct, but what you wrote here is that you collected that amount out of the total, and this is not the total is 475. It's just expressed wrong.
Okay. Okay, so we can make the necessary corrections to make sure that that reflects.
You either change it to the total out of 475, or say that that's the remainder that is needed to collect.
Okay. All right, I'll make sure that I do the necessary corrections to make sure that that's reflected.
Anybody else have any other corrections? All right,
You got anything? Here, I don't think we heard.
Scott, do you have anything you have to say about the minutes?
No.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes for the November 30th meeting as amended?
I make.
Jose, motion. I need a second. Second, Herman. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? All right. Managers report.
All right, so in the measure report that I have for the month of December, the operating cash we have is $703, $703,000 and $108.55. We have a prepaid assessment amount of $68,000, $124.45. And that's just what I have here. Any questions on the manager report and how it's reflected there? And this is specifically for the month of December. It doesn't make reference to any special assessment.
Okay, thank you. Legal counsel?
So I've got, I know we talked about this a little bit last time we got together, but I've got 17 properties that are ready for a decision on whether or not we're going to do foreclosure on. Those 17 properties constitute about $38,000 of your outstanding collectibles.
Have they made any progress at all? Nothing, no movement?
No, and every single one of those properties posts with special assessment on top of the normal assessment. And so the balance that's reflected here doesn't include the special assessment. So that it's actually all these balances are $1,000 higher because they haven't paid off special assessment either.
And it's pretty evenly spread across the 17. Or there's something.
No, I mean, a few of these are getting up to be close to $5,000 that they owe us.
How long have they been in intent to lien?
The liens have been filed, they would have gotten their notice back in October. Some of them in October, some of them would have gotten in December. So they've been there for a while.
Well, like I asked, they have not made any progress, no payment or call you or
No,
nothing?
and none of them have reached out to me to set something up either.
And that's all 17 of them currently.
That's all 17 of them. So I mean, if you're looking at your collectibles bottom line, it's showing you guys that we have $176,000 that are owed to us. Well, 120 of that is from the special
Assessment.
Correct.
right? So you're looking at about 50,000, give or take. Well, of that 50,000, 38 of it is these 17 properties. And the rest is just miscellaneous small charges to people who just haven't paid up one assessment. So the bulk of what you're looking at in your collectibles and your true collectibles is from this group of properties.
So we just need to make a motion to,
Just to move forward?
Yeah, so if you do that and you make a motion to move to foreclosure, what's going to happen is I'm going to draft an intent to foreclose letter now. They get another 45 days, and as soon as that 45 days expires, if they're not at a zero balance, we are then free to actually file a foreclosure lawsuit. So, and if you vote to move this to foreclosure, each one of these accounts is gonna get a $1,500 attorney fee whack on it.
It's been months, so I'm gonna go ahead and be that guy. I'm gonna make a motion to move forward on the foreclosures.
So we got a motion,
As laid out by Chris.
we got a motion from Jason to proceed with the 17 delinquent accounts.
Yes.
Anybody second?
I second the motion.
Herman seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Unanimous.
Okay, so I'm gonna draft intent to foreclose on that, and then there'll be an invoice that I'll submit to Arnim and I'll apply that $1,500 to his ledgers. Okay?
Okay. Our treasurer's not here today, so he had an emergency and he's out of the country. But I'll just make a general comment. I think that financially, the HOA is doing quite well. I know that we all took a hit on the special assessment this year, and I tell you that your money's well invested. We hope to get you at least double what you invested over the next 5 years. And, you know, we hope that the people that are not paying catch up, because, you know, when people don't pay, then it strains our finances, because there's less we can do because we have to overcome that deficiency.
So Mario, before we leave that topic then, what do we want to do about the 120K special assessments outstanding? Because it's all due now.
They should have received letters by now, no?
Oh, yeah, no, they have. So the question is, do they want to start getting nastygrams from me? I mean, that's 120, how many
I would-
months is-
I would give them 2 months. That's my opinion. I mean, the board can decide, but I'm okay. So it was due December 31st. So I'm thinking by the end of February, if it's leap year, they get an extra day, February 29th. Whoever hasn't paid, I think we should move forward with delinquencies. What do you guys think?
I would totally agree with that. Yeah.
So
Because 60 days is more than enough time to give you a call. Like,
So we're still applying late fees and interest on it.
Correct.
We're just not pushing any kind of attorney action.
No intent to lien until after
For
60 days.
like at least another 30 days or so.
February 29th.
All right, so I'm gonna let those be.
Everybody agree to that, right?
yeah.
Okay. We don't need a motion for that, we're good?
No, because you're not asking me to do anything.
Trying to make
so-
sure. Right, move on. Okay, so secretary?
Not much to report here. I didn't audit our next steps. We have some stuff in the post, so I'll get on that. Make sure the records are up to date. While I'm here, I'd like to discuss with the board, we have boxes that are in storage, that we, at one time, right, we were trying to reduce the number of boxes that are there. I would ask the board for the permission to obtain those boxes out of storage, and I'll take the time to go through, sift through all of that stuff, keep what's needed, everything that is not disposed of appropriately, so that we can get those boxes out of storage, which is a small cost, but a cost to the association.
Have we confirmed how many boxes we have? Because I know we've been in charge for 25, but I remember
We got
about
seven.
a year ago, we contracted those to about 7 or 8 boxes.
I have a meeting with Monica, who's going to be in charge of that. She's going to be making sure that you all get paid back for the storage of all the boxes.
So how much is 7 boxes? Do we have 7 or we have 8? Did we confirm how many we have? 7.
Seven.
So they're at $2.50 a box?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make sure
So
that.
it's like less than $20 we're paying for those per month. I mean, if you have the time to do that, that's great. I'm all for it, but, you know.
I'm willing to take the time and go.
Yeah, I can sit down and talk down with that, because it's just it's a date search, we gotta get rid of the stuff that's over 600.
And that's what it was. We went through it a year ago. It was just, there was so much stuff. It was just so overwhelming.
So-
What looked important, and we hung on to it and things that we knew were well without being to purge. But it just makes things easier. Make sure anything that's relevant, we'll make sure it's digital type, probably dispose of it if it's not relevant. By statute, we'll.
Yeah, totally in agreement with that, yeah. Thank you.
Sure.
All right, you said somebody, Frank? Frank, I think you raised your hand. Do you have something, regarding what we're talking about right now? Frank? I think you're muted, Frank. All right, let's move on. All right, we're gonna move on to the committee reports, Architectural Review Committee.
Yeah, we had, first meeting, 2024, past Tuesday. I sent a copy of the minutes,
Yes, I received that.
so you guys should have that. I don't know if there's anything, I mean, it's normal types of things. I would note that we had several that were not ready for review. And I noticed that that was a separate thing. I just other than that, it was a normal meeting.
Thank you. I think at some point in the future, when you have the time, maybe we can get together and create like an instructional video on how people submit for ARC, because I'm just concerned that maybe the incomplete is because people think they just need to submit the form and that's it, and they're not very, informed about.
You gotta get feedback, you gotta get feedback.
Exactly. So I think if we do the videos, it'll be easier for people to understand it. We can put it on the website, they can reference it.
And also, I want to point out that I know Mario brought it to your meeting last time, and I want to thank you for the good job that you guys are doing. It's going well, the way that you guys are doing, approving, and, making sure everybody's, getting the process.
Go to the list.
Yep.
That's what we have to do.
All right. Anything from compliance committee?
We have not had a meeting yet, we will be having a meeting this next week.
So all ordinance facility?
So we're doing that.
So Tuesday, right? Tuesday, 5?
5 o'clock, regardless.
So the agenda has already been provided, so that you guys have everything that you need. It's about 17 units there that are in question for fines. They've been properly notified and everything, so it's all about what the board wants to do. If you guys want to move forward and get the authorization to, move forward with fining, get that done.
We'll revisit that. Yeah, that's right. We'll do the same process we've been doing. We'll approve it when the time comes. Okay, anything else from that? All right.
When's the next architectural meeting? Just so I can put it on my calendar.
Be the Tuesday before the next, the 29th is your next meeting, so I said Tuesday.
27th.
Thank you.
And just so everybody knows, it's put online. There's a link on the website. If anybody wants to chime in or see what's going on with ARC and compliance, you guys are welcome to do that, okay? As far as financial committee, it's a fairly new committee. We had our first meeting. We went over the finances for December and November, right? And, we're still getting kind of used to reading these reports, and there's a lot of detail. Some things are difficult to follow. So we'll be working with the accounting department to try to see if we can simplify things a little bit to make it easier to track this.
Four folks that are, we need better data. But that's.
Okay. Landscaping committee?
So the landscaping, they have to come back to do some work of the tree, because obviously on Christmas, they couldn't do some palm trees. Some people, they have already Christmas decorations, so they have to come back. They started to do weed and feed, so make sure you see them. If you don't see them going around your house, just let us know. Do a complaint. They're supposed to come with a little vehicle, and it's kind of like a granulator weed, pretty much. You gotta see them, and you gotta feel it in your driveway. They're supposed to come and blow it as well, because they're kind of like a little rocks. Pretty much that's it. We received a few complaints, but they've been taken care of. I think we have like 2 standings about trees, so that's pretty much what we have.
All right. Safety?
On the safety, so far, I contacted also the sheriffs to come for the next meeting to give us an update of how many calls and what has been happening here and around our area. And so he's gonna come for the next meeting. Today I was doing rounds in the community from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on the also church volunteer program. That's a good program. If somebody has the time to do it, please apply. Right now, today, we have an incident, elderly person, got lost, went on the street. I was able to get to it. get the help and came back safe, and the police was able to help more, giving them more tools to prevent those, issues to happen. So if anyone want to volunteer, let me know. It's a good thing, and it keeps, the community a little more active having someone around.
Okay, thank you, Emily. All right, social committee. I know I sound like a broken record, but we need volunteers. This year, we're planning to do the usual events that we've done in the past. Our garage sale is probably going to be the next upcoming thing. We're trying to see if we could do it either late February, early March, while it's still cool out. Then we'll do our barbecue, hopefully over the summer, and hopefully we'll have another Christmas and another second garage sale later in the year. But, we need volunteers. I would love to do more. I'd like to bring even like maybe a food truck every Friday so that people don't have to cook and kind of just mingle. But those things require phone calls and things that, require manpower to make it happen. So just keep that in mind. We're going to keep doing what we can, but the more volunteers we get, the more we can do. All right, we're moving on to the old business. Construction defect lawsuit. I think a lot of you guys have read the alert that went out today, the e-blast. Basically, we met with the engineers and the law firm with regards to the findings of the construction defects. And basically, they're going to have this conversation. It's more for townhome owners, but everybody is welcome to come. Basically, they're going to explain what they found and what needs to be done and what the next step in the process is. You'll get an opportunity to ask questions and see how this will affect you and so on. So I hope that you guys can join us. Aside from that, any other updates on the construction defect? That's where we're at, right?
It's just a town hall meeting. Everyone was notified properly, sent out the bulletin last night.
Okay. All right, so the townhome repairs. So I know that last year, because of the special assessment, we kind of put things on hold. How do you guys feel about maybe resuming this? I think, the townhomes have, when I walk around, I see a lot of houses whose doors need to be painted. They're kind of getting very faded from the sun. And I don't know if anybody's reported anything that's still on the pending list,
Yes, we got a few roofing, temporary roof repairs that I added into the package as well. That needed to be addressed, and I had to look into a gutter that needed to be addressed as well. So I got that proposal, and I'm ready, whenever you all.
So what do we have now? Because I don't see that on the agenda. So what do we have in terms of proposals that we need to look at today?
Yeah, so all of so we have first and foremost 2906 via Tuscany Way, which was emailed to the board, and you needed to get that approved via the board meeting. So I sent that to you all, and I also have it in the packet. The only one that was not included was the proposal I received today for the gutters, and that's the one that's being left.
And that one, I thought they inspected everything, but they didn't, because on the front of the building is also, the gutters are, falling. Not falling, but, bended. They have to fix it.
Okay.
On that same building, on the front.
I could definitely add it here so that they'll be able to go back out there and do a better job with that, with a better installation.
So 2906.
Okay, we got 2906 via Tuscany Way, proposal for a roof repair of 2876 with a $500 dry rot allowance. Any discussion on this matter? No discussions? Anybody want to make a motion to approve this?
Yes, I make the motion to approve the 2906 via Tuscany.
Anybody second?
I'll second.
Jason, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we didn't hear Scott. Excuse me.
Yeah, the Scott is there, but I didn't do it.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
oh, there you go. Okay. Okay, moving on to the next one is 3152. Is that the next one?
Yep.
3152, temporary repair proposal for $2,412 with a $500 dry rot allowance. Any discussion on this one?
Make a motion, to do the repairs on
3152?
3152 Via Otero as proposed.
I second the motion.
Okay, Corey, second by Herman. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? No, unanimous, okay.
Quick question, I know we're doing the repairs, I know we said it on the previous meeting, make sure the money comes out from the roof.
Reserves.
Yeah,
Roof reserves, roof reserves.
the roof.
The new reserve is pool, so we're trying to use the roof reserves that were there from before for this specific purpose.
Okay.
Okay? All right, we'll move on to the next one. We have 2929 Puerto del Sol Boulevard. Repair for 2594 with a dry rot allowance of $500. Any discussion on this matter?
Which one is that, I'm sorry?
2929 Puerto del Sol. This is the one that didn't go through the work order. They contacted you directly, and you got the contractor to go out and take a look at it, right?
Make a motion to approve 2920 Puerto del Sol as proposed.
All right, Corey makes a motion,
Second that one.
seconded by Jason. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
None opposed, unanimous, so. All right, we got another one here, 3172 Via Otero.
No, that does us wrong address.
This is the wrong
That's
address.
for Via Palma.
Is this building 15?
Yeah.
That's how much the price is?
No, that can't be big.
No way.
Yeah, that's the one, that's the one.
You guys trying to give me a heart attack,
Oh,
man?
yeah, they're trying to sneak one in there. Yeah, so that one we can go ahead and.
No, that was from before.
Yeah, they put the wrong
Oh, I
price.
see, so
Yeah.
3172 is,
Should be taken care of. We've already-
Yeah, we already
yeah.
voted.
And I wanted to go on the record, because I have been working with this contractor, and I know the homeowner from 3172 contacted me just a little while ago, I haven't responded yet. But basically, the salesman that did the proposal and everything is gone, and he left somebody else behind, and that person, there was been a big fiasco about notice of commencements. And first they wanted me to sign them, and they wanted the homeowner to sign them, now they want me to sign them again. It's been going back and forth, so I wound up having to have a manager get in touch with me. We've ironed it out, they're gonna take care of it. The issue was that the tile that we selected originally is that it's 5 to 6 months to get it. And I told them that's not gonna fly because we gave a deposit in November, the guy said it was 3 months. And I was expecting the roof to be done this month or next month at the latest before the rainy season. And apparently they can't get that specific tile in that time frame. So they presented me just yesterday, actually the day before yesterday, I took it. Herman did me the favor of bringing the samples to the ARC committee to look at it. The shade is a little bit redder, but it's not drastically different, and those tiles are already in stock. So now it's just a matter of scheduling the job and making it happen. So I just want everybody that lives in that building to know that it is gonna happen before the rainy season, hopefully. Okay? So yeah, just touch base with, I'm gonna send you, the guy's name's Jason, with Jenny, and touch base with him maybe once a week and see where they're at, so we can help push it forward. Okay? All right, anything else on, roofs or repairs?
There's one more that came separate today.
Uh-oh,
This is for the gutter repair on 3138 through 3136 Great Tulare Lane.
3138 and 3136?
Through 3136, so it's kind of between both units.
Okay, gotcha.
It's on the backside. This looks like it's gonna be performed from ladders. They're looking for $950 to put this back.
This is the one that has the other side too, because this is the back side
Right.
and the other side. So can we maybe approve a certain limit so they can do both of them at once, so we don't delay that any further?
$950 to put a gutter back.
Yeah, that seems really high.
You think it's ridiculous?
I had my
Who
whole house
proposed this
done.
idea?
Yeah, it's IED. It's not, they're just putting the gutter back up, it's not even new gutters.
They're gonna replace that, I'm pretty sure. They just say they're gonna put the same one? No way.
According to their
Let's see.
stop,
I don't
it says
know.
that they're just gonna reinstall damaged gutters, a scope of work.
Yeah, that's,
So fine, let's find another proposal since that doesn't need to do with the protocols and all that, find another.
So what do you guys think this job's worth? I mean, I'd like to get it approved just so it gets done, because I don't wanna, what is a reasonable amount that you guys think we should spend? Remember, there's 2 gutters, the front and the back on that building.
I put gutters down both sides of my house for less than that, brand new.
Well, I put gutters in my house for $2,200, so that was like 5 years ago, so I don't know.
No,
I mean, we
and also,
we just did ours, it was 7-inch gutters, and we did the whole house, both levels, it was 3,500.
yeah, and also that's, yeah, but the buildings are taller.
Right, I understand.
So the buildings are taller,
Right.
so.
So we would like to approve not to exceed a certain balance.
That's what we're trying to get to, yeah.
Okay, just wanna-
I just need
But I mean,
to,
if they're gonna do 9, I would expect they would put new gutter up at that point, because that's a little.
I think they should replace it because it's caved in and it's bent. If they put it back up, it's still gonna look horrible.
Yeah, I'm just saying that
So
from.
I think it should be replaced.
So should we just go ahead and call for another quote, to get a quote, to get the.
I would get quotes to have it replaced. I'd
Yeah.
like to approve a certain limit so that they can just go ahead and do it, but it's up to you guys. You guys want to wait till next month?
I don't really wanna wait till next month, but I mean, what do you think a fair number is?
No, 1,500, they're gonna
I'm
replace
thinking
it.
1,500 if they're gonna replace it, it's fair. I think. If you guys are okay with that? So, all right, let's make a motion then, for gutter repairs on this. What building is this? Do we know the building number?
3172.
Yeah, but it's better to use the building number so that we can keep records of these repairs and know when they were done.
I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, 18, what is it again?
31, 36, and 31, 38. Riachuelo.
And that was in the front and the back as well.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Building,
Yeah, let's get into the habit of these proposals when they're pertaining to not a unit, but a building, to use the building numbers so that we can keep track
Got
in
it.
case they fall apart, that we know which one they did.
31 is what I got here.
Building 31,
Yes.
just verify that, but I think it is building 31.
It'd be 30.
So basically, we're gonna approve, proposal to replace gutters in the front and the back of the building, not to exceed $1,500. Anybody wanna make that motion? Jose makes the motion, anybody second?
I second the motion.
Second by Herman, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any, unanimous. Anything else on roofs?
That's it.
All right, so how are we doing with, so how big is this handyman list that we have pending?
This is not big at all. I mean, we only have the seat and the trash out there. That's what I have. I mean, that we haven't had approved or anything like that. I mean,
So you don't have no repairs pending on any of the townhome buildings?
not right now.
No shutters, no bricks.
Not me, no, none. I did a
Well,
thorough.
maybe this is also a call out to the community to say, for those of you who are living in townhomes, if you have those things, you've noticed those things that fall on the exterior homes and are our responsibility. This is where we need you to put those work orders in so that we're able to keep track and keep up with this. Right, it's our responsibility to be able to repair those, but we don't know about them. There was a big time we had shutters that were falling off, a whole bunch of shutters we went through and did repairs on. The other thing I think we had a lot of were, bricks on the steps. Going up to a lot of the units that needed to be kind of re-glued down, they were tripping hazards. But as you guys are out there, walking your properties or walking those areas, when you see something, please put the report in. That way we can get our processes in place.
I know I've seen a lot of things that need to be repaired. So I welcome anybody that wants to volunteer. I'll be part of this. We can walk these oldest buildings and kind of take a quick look and see where we can improve upon. But I know right now in the alleyway, there's a townhome that has a big piece of wood that's dangling off the back of the garage, needs to be removed. I asked you before to check with the satellite dishes. There's a lot of them that don't even have a wire. They need to be removed and cleaned up because there's just too many of them.
And they're addressed in the violation process. That's the way that I went about it. We have a section for the satellites, so.
But Chris, how does that work? Like if they have these satellite dishes that they're not removing and they're not connected, can the HOA remove them of the exterior or we have to wait till
But
they do it?
they are on HOA property.
Well, not
buildings.
necessarily,
Huh? Yeah.
not necessarily, it's their property, we just do the maintenance, yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah, I
maintenance.
don't- there's a federal law that protects people's ability to have satellite dishes in reasonable locations.
No, I'm not saying that they can't have it, but they're not in use, they're abandoned satellites, because DirecTV doesn't come back and remove their satellites, so people cancel. So there's at least 30 satellites out there in the entire community that are just dead satellites, they're just hanging out with no wires on.
They're just, you can clearly see that they're not connected.
Correct.
Correct, there's no wire coming out of them at all. So anyway, we can figure that out, but we have to clean that up. But if anybody wants to volunteer, anybody ARC committee, we can take maybe, once a week, just go to see a couple of buildings and then come up with a punch list with a handyman. I'd like to see you get more handymen involved also.
Yeah.
I know there's a company that's kind of a franchise called Mr. Handyman. I heard they do good work in a lot of different things, so I'm just saying, because as things progress, we're gonna get a lot of work, and I don't know if your current handyman will be able to handle all the work, okay?
And then about what you said about the painting of the doors.
Correct, so that'll be part of the punch list, right? When we go and we inspect, if anybody's walking and sees a door that looks bad, or paint that looks bad, or something that you feel needs attention, you can put in the work order, it doesn't have to be your house, you can just make us aware, 2965 Via Otero, I noticed the brick pavers are moved or whatever, and I'm sure that we will be able to address it. Everybody's eyes is extra eyes on the property, and it's easier to identify things. But yeah, get with me, anybody want to volunteer? And anything else on repairs of townhomes or maintenance? All right, so where are we with the reserve study on Sangria and Norca?
That's the final reserve study that's included in your packet right there. It has the corrections that, you all wanted with regard to the backflow to the townhomes. That's removed, and any extra items that were mentioned previously in the emails.
The only issue I have with this is that it's required funding in 2024. Our budget's already in, and I think that's gonna be a burden. Are they able to recalculate this number starting on 2025?
I can request.
Yeah, so this way, what do you guys think? Anybody else have any input? And this one we'll add it to the budget for next year. And this way, it'll be less painful to everyone. All right, well, that'll give us time to look at it over time and see if there's anything else. If any of you guys identify anything that needs to be changed, just do it to make it happen.
Thank you.
Okay? Anything else? All right, we'll move on. Appointment of directors. Are we ready to do that today, guys?
I would say, in light of the fact, last time we held off because Jose wasn't available, and given, in light of Marcelo not being here for his personal emergency, we could probably hold off, table until February, when we're all here.
Fair enough.
Just keep it status quo until then.
All right, fair enough. So we'll move on. Towing policy and contract. Where are we with that?
Okay, so that was provided, as well in the packet, the last 2 pages it should be. And that is the last 3 pages, because that's also included in there too. But that's the company that,
Magic Tows?
yes. You see these-
So that's the company that's gonna make the cars disappear? That's funny.
Magic Toes, it's hilarious, right?
That's funny. Chris, have you had time to review this contract?
I haven't seen it.
All right, well, we need Chris to kind of see it. If you're not ready to do it today, we can always do it next month. You need time?
I don't need that much time, just if you give me a few minutes, I can.
Okay, so we'll go back to that, but I think this is the last item we have on the, oh no, we have new business. So we'll move on to the new business. And,
A new business.
all right, guys, we have a mediation. One of the homeowners has invited us to mediation. We have to spend $525. So I think we need a motion to ratify this. I think it's already been paid, right?
Yeah.
So I need a motion to ratify the Collins Law and Mediation fee of $525.
I made a motion.
Motion by Herman,
Second.
seconded by Jose. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, unanimous.
Mark, we need to circle back around to those litigation files. It's actually 18, not 17. So
18,
just do a motion to amend.
okay. So let's go back to the delinquent accounts. There's actually 18 instead of 17, so we amend.
I'll make a motion to amend the number to 18 instead of 17.
Jason makes the motion, who seconds?
I second.
Second by Herman, all in favor say aye.
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 All right, unanimous. All right. All right, board, anything else you guys want to talk about today? That's not on the agenda now. All right, we open the floor to the homeowners then. Is Frank still there? Does he still want to talk, or anybody want anything?
Frank,
Don't throw tomatoes at us, that's the only thing I ask.
Frank, introduce yourself.
They're saying I'm not even worth a tomato. Somebody there? Hello, Frank, are you there? I think you have to unmute yourself, sir, because we don't have control to unmute you. Please let me know. No, he put his hand down. No?
No, because I think he's clicking, but.
It's the microphone. You have to click the microphone. Can you text this question, or?
No, I don't see it. You can text him.
You don't have any ability to unmute them, right? Okay. All right. Yes, ma'am.
Behind, Casabella,
The chair?
we've got the alligator, so I'm concerned that when it gets warm again, it will start sunning itself on the side. I don't know where.
How big is it?
I don't get close enough to the.
Listen, you have
No,
to
because
get measuring tape, you gotta get right up there.
If, you know, if it's over 4 feet, then wildlife people can relocate it.
FWC will
But if
take
it's
it.
smaller, they won't mess with it.
I don't know. I just know that the kids that cut through my yard mess with it, so.
Well, that might be a problem, actually. It's just, I don't play with it.
Yeah, but if you call the alligator hotline, they come and check it, because they come every time we call it for this right here, sangria, a lot, so. If they see that it's not more than 4 feet, they're gonna leave it, they're gonna tell you, hey, until you get bigger.
Okay, listen, if it's under 4 feet, it's actually friendly. Anything over 4 foot is mean.
I didn't even turn it that way.
Let's send with a door.
Please do not.
I think if it's over
Don't
4
mess with
feet,
the alligator licking.
I think if it's over 4 feet, it can remove body parts. If it's less than 4 feet, it's not that bad.
And don't feed them.
Yeah, don't feed them.
Do not feed them, that's against the law.
Did we get,
So, do we have the 20 bucks here ready, right?
yeah, but Chris, are you ready to talk about that or not yet?
No, but we can talk about the 20 bucks.
Yeah,
We can look at
Can
the.
we talk about the towing policy while you're still looking at that?
I just had a chance to finish it. It's fine. There's nothing in here that's jumping out. I mean, the only thing might be is make sure they have their own insurance policy in case they damage or break something. The that's not even really an agreement. It's more like a letter saying this is what we're gonna do. The one thing that I saw in here is that we only gotta give 30 days written notice if we wanna change vendors,
Yeah,
which is
correct.
fine. And it specifically says that everything is done at owner's expense, so we shouldn't get any bills for anything.
Correct.
So, I mean, those are the two big boxes that you gotta check, right? So anything else goes wrong, you don't really have to do anything, so give it 30 days, but you know what, this isn't working out, see ya. So, This is fine.
What do we have to talk about the towing policy? I thought we approved that already, no? So why do we have to talk about it now?
No, I don't know, because he's here. I don't know.
I
if
think
he
it just didn't change it from last time. We don't have to talk about the policy at all, right? That was approved last time. The towing policy, there's no changes or anything, no, because it was put the policy and the contract, that's why I'm asking.
Well, we just need to make sure the boxes that you check on here for what to tow for matches what we put in parking policy, but other than that, it should be.
How do we reconcile that? Management does it?
Yeah. Just go down the
To make
checklist.
sure they have a copy of the policy?
Don't park on the grass, don't park on the shoulder.
But I think they're not gonna follow the city rules, because we don't need to mark nothing.
Is that what our policy says?
I believe
That's what
use the survey.
What is this, mediation fee?
That's, there's a homeowner that has invited us to mediation. I guess he has a problem, or she has a problem with what we're doing. So they have a lawyer and they want to talk about it. So we have to go. And that's what they charge us.
This is the second one.
Yeah, this is the second time we're doing this. Alrighty, so if we don't have anything else?
Mr. Valenci, I have a question about the cable assessment. Yeah, you said that it's only $120,000 left to pay off.
It's 120 something thousand.
We haven't collected from the special assessment.
Correct, from people.
It's the outstanding collections.
So we have collected, or you guys have collected 355 already?
So
354, 673, 12. That's the exact number that was paid.
That is being collected,
Yes.
and that's including more members.
Yes.
So if the cable is due on January 31st, what is the management company of the board position to pay the rest?
That's already been addressed.
Yeah.
We're using, funds that we have, surplus funds that we have to cover that until the homeowners pay.
What kind of service you guys can share?
I don't have the numbers in front of me, but if you look at the financials, I think we're about 400,000, like 300 and something thousand over what we're budgeted for and what we collect. It's a cushion that we have, and I mean, you should know, you were a board member, you had some of that money there that I think it was put for something else, but anyway, that's another story. But from that money, we took the 125 that were needed so that we didn't have to incur any loans or default on the agreement with the cable company.
So when you guys did the first special assessment, you guys didn't share with the community where you're gonna get all the money, all the funds, if for some reason the 475 wasn't covered.
Actually, we said we would discuss it in committee, we did, and we came up with a plan.
Yep.
So it's done.
So is the plan gonna be shared with the community?
He just did, it's being
Already
taken out of
did.
the overage.
Paid for it. It's
What
already
is it
done.
that you want to hear?
It's done.
The people that owe need to pay because it's already late.
You say that there's only 120,000 people, $120,000 that is owed.
Yeah, and then as those assessments come in, it'll go back into the overage account.
Yeah. Everybody, pretty much, it's almost 75% of the community paid.
Unless you think it's better business sense to take a 15% loan. Yeah? No, okay, thank you.
That's up to you. But you guys
Yeah, we made a choice and it's already been made.
have to share with the rest of the community.
Yeah, we did. We took from the operating that we have a surplus and we paid for it.
Can you put it in writing to the rest of the community and you can share it with the rest of the
It
community?
will, the financials for January will come out next month, and you'll have all the numbers and know where the money came from.
And you can.
Everything will be
You
there.
can do an official
Okay.
request and that's it. Get it.
Everything gets reconciled on the 15th of every month for the month prior. So this happened in January, you'll get it on the financials that you'll see in February meeting. Okay, sir?
Thank you.
My pleasure. Anybody else?
So the contract?
Yes, sir.
Two quick questions. I know this has been addressed before, but, speeding on Camino Middle Drive.
Mhm.
I don't know if there's any plans to address that, if it can be addressed. But, it seems to happen a lot between the intersection of Puerta del Sol
Correct,
and, forget the name of the other street, where there's a speed bump.
correct.
Yeah, that strip right there, I mean, the other day, I was walking through my driveway, this gentleman just passed about, seems to be 60, 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, you're right. I share your pain. Unfortunately, the streets are CDD property and the CDD has to address that.
Okay.
And that meeting is at the beginning of the month, is it?
Yeah, the second.
Usually the
Tuesday.
second Tuesday of the month.
So I think February 13th, if I'm not mistaken.
How about on that same road, homeowners that are renting
Guys.
cars?
There are what, I'm sorry?
Renting cars.
Oh, renting cars. That, you know, again, that has to be a CDD issue, CDD streets. It's CDD streets because they're parking the cars on the street. You know, I mean, there's always the option of contacting code enforcement and reporting it, but I'm not sure what they will do. Is that something you think we can look into?
Reporting something to code enforcement?
Yeah, operating a rental car business out of their house?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already looked into that.
Okay. So he's looking into it already, apparently.
There's like a whole thing you have to go through, because you have to track down whether or not he has a license, which I'm assuming he doesn't. Joel, thank you for coming to the meeting. You're my next door neighbor, so I share your babies running right over in that area. But it's gonna take a little bit of time. I know that it has been started.
All right, so we can approve this contract?
Yeah.
You guys want to make a motion to approve
I'll make
the,
a motion to approve the Magic Toe contract as presented.
all right?
Second the motion.
Jason, seconded by Herman. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, unanimous. All right, that's all we have. Anybody else? All right, I need a motion to adjourn. Our next meeting would be February 29th. Leap year. Get an extra day. Motion to adjourn?
I
Jake? All right, so Jose? Herman, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. About who?
February 8th. That was the construction